to be building the beds today. I would arrive milk keeper, see how it's getting on. I think I explained it, or I'm going to explain it in like my first week of chicken videos.
Yeah, what does the chicken say?
It gave me some motivation that even in this small town, people do think like that. Sometimes, no matter where we are, no matter where we live, we just have to create a little bit of prairie on purpose. My beans, they're dying. Started building. At least I can do that bit in the morning and then just dump some soil in. I don't even know what screws to get. But what am I going to do in between? For 4 hours, I might as well do the rest. After we've built footprint, which is the bottom, we've just attached, again, all 4x2s. A little bit wobbly and a little bit shaky. And I'm kind of stuck here. This is not going to plan. Poop. I don't know if that's like this much due to stress. Still gonna get these out. So I still have like bean reserves. You like it? 2 more. There's no more. That's it, chicken. They need some type of support. So I'm gonna go see what I can find. My beans, they're dying. And it's just happened, they're not fallen this morning and we are about to build our beds tomorrow. And now we're no hitting. Hunter, oh, he's doing a shark, but don't do it on his face. And I just looked over and they've just fallen literally in the past hour. I've been like waiting for this, so they need some type of support. So I'm gonna go see what I can find.
My scarlet beans.
Yeah, your scarlet beans. So right before we were due to plant them, which is tomorrow. Oh, this is not going well either. Try and make a little cage, but hopefully it's going to stop them from falling everywhere. Of course, we're building the garden beds ideally tomorrow, but it's been raining so much today. Would have done it already, but our wood isn't actually getting delivered until tomorrow, so this was a little bit of a mishap. Hopefully it means that we can build them tomorrow. We still have our bean trellis and our arches to build. Oh no, they're all getting like tangled. They've literally gone from being able to hold their weight to not being able to hold their weight at all. Oh dear. Slightly better. Hopefully it's going to mean that they can stay upright till tomorrow. But it also means that by tomorrow we not only have to build the beds, but of course we do have to get these in the ground. And I don't know if we have enough compost. I'll probably show you that now. We have 3 of these garden arches. These are from Wilco's. And my idea is that we can use them for a few different things. Some squashes, pumpkins, etc. The next thing I've got is up here, I think. Oh yeah. Put my asparagus crown here as well. And he's like proper growing. And he needed to be planted out. He looks a bit thin. I'm really scared now. We'll see if we're gonna make this work, if we lose 250 this year. But this one, vegetable frame support, and it's supposed to look a little bit like this. Excuse the chicken's on the dimmer. Are you on the dimmer, chicken?
No.
No, it's definitely the chicken. But we also have things like this that we're gonna plant. Another climbing bean, and that's from April indoors, guys. So we're still gonna get these out. So I still have like bean reserves. So I have a lot of ideas. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Oh yeah. No, our wood's arrived outside. Okay, there's literally one guy dropping these like 12 feet boards out. Are you excited? Wow, is it big? Bye bye. We're gonna show them what we got. You like it? What did we get? We didn't get that one. We got the wood. Where's the wood? 2 more. There's no more. That's it, chicken. Yeah. Oh, no more. Okay, you ready? No. More. Okay, I don't know if you can see me there. Good morning. It's the next day. I feel like all I'm doing is looking out this window, but I was just placing an order on Wix for some more wood and a couple of things that we may need. It's all adding up really quickly. I think a lot of people find that in the DIY space, but we are supposed to be building the beds today. As I was placing the order, I would arrive outside for our raised beds. We don't even have a saw, I haven't mentioned this, so I got a cheap circular one from Wix. Danny, which is Hunter's dad, so Hunter's uncle, his brother, is going to help us, and he's an electrician, and he'll have a bunch of tools and stuff anyway that I think we're gonna borrow or they're gonna bring. But I did pick up a couple of things, for future DIY projects that were a bit cheaper to start off with, but I don't drive, so I need the boys to pick these things up. But what I'm going to do in the meantime is head to Wilko's. We've got a small Wilko's because we're in a small town, but they'll have a couple of things. We're going to pick up the chickens tomorrow, guys. Okay, did I even say this? Hello? I'll put some makeup on at some point. Don't worry. But we've got so much to do. So we're getting the chickens tomorrow, and we do have to build this enclosure today. And the kids are just arguing in the background, which is fine. Let's have a quick peek at the to-do list. So we're going to do a quick ass around, like I said. Get milk, porridge, sugar. We're going to head to Wilko's. And what I put is outdoor wood paint / seal. I kind of like to paint it, but this could be a little bit ambitious because the chickens are coming tomorrow and we haven't even started building. Screws. I don't even know what screws to get. Stapler, maybe some staples could be good. Brackets, door hinge for the coop. This is just stuff that I want to have in case we have time to do it. Placed the online order for Wix for 2x4s and 2x2s. Hardware mesh. I did not place it for the corrugated roof or the flashings. I'm thinking I'm just going to put the wire on for now. One corded power tool, which was Wix on circular saw, cheapest thing I could find. I just hope it's safe. Tool bench and some clamps. Again, I got the cheapest things, just varying sizes because it was adding up like this. And then to do today, of course, we're going to try and sort this shed out. Hi, you coming here? Come here then. We're going to try and sort this shed out today, do the raised beds, finish the chicken run that we haven't started, and then tomorrow I want to look into chicken floor bedding for the chicken runs. Getting the chickens, of course, we're going to get the chicken feed and pellets. All of this we haven't got yet. I would recommend that you do, but I think I explained it, or I'm going to explain it in my first week of chicken videos, whichever comes up first. Yeah. Chickens. We are getting these things from the guy that gets us the chickens locally. I just have this as a note to sort it out. So let's head into town and get some of this to-do list sorted. But let's put a little bit of concealer on. Maybe that will help. Rubbing and dubbing. Rubba-dubba. Rubba-dubba-doo. I hope you guys are ready for this because I am not. Let's go. Is he happy again? That's good. That's our to-do list. Let's go. Just getting a little before layout. It's pretty waterlogged. This is where weights have been lifted. The general size is about 4 by 3 meters. It's all exciting, right? What are you doing? You need to get the one at the back. Okay, we're ready. Let me grab hold. Come on, chickens. You can do it. Yeah, don't make them fall over. Watch the ball. There's a ball. There's trip hazard here. And watch the steps. This is especially to keep a toddler out of the way. You've got to give him something to do. Even if it means moving these other ones around. So we used these 4x2s to kind of get a rough visual of framing out the layout that I'd obviously already sketched, but just to double check everything and what it would look like, jig it around a bit. But the 4x2s is actually spares for the chicken run. Not the spares, the actual one for the chicken run that's supposed to go here. So we'll see how much we get done. Good job. High five. Teamwork. No, but tea break. I'm coming. Mama, where? You want Mama to go this way? Who is it? What are you doing? You want to look? Okay. I'm going to come and have a look.
Wow.
Jump that side down. Yep. We finished a bit here now. Now we're going to try and put the shed here, see how much space it is to the chicken coop, if we need to bunch that over, and hopefully do the run between the shed and the coop. Wait, they're going to get another piece. You move, Mama, move. Good job. What do you think? Do you like it? It's a little bit wobbly and a little bit shaky. And I'm kind of stuck here holding my wall. Is the entrance at the water butt. That is not the way in. Okay, excuse the mess here, friends. I've just put Hunter down. Danny and his brother just went. Finished the roast bed, actually, building those and putting the shed up. So that can be ticked off the list. Now, the next thing is to kind of build or enlarge the chicken run. So we have the standard chicken run and coop kind of built-in thing. But to me, that's not secure enough. We only have so much material though. The hardware mesh that I'd ordered and put on the order for them to collect today actually got cancelled off the order. So we haven't got any hardware mesh, and that's a big problem. I want to have really deep sides for the deep litter method and for things to not spill out, blow out, etc. Because obviously we are in an urban environment. They are kind of my current thoughts. I just got to double check now the sizing because we didn't know the exact size of the shed. We didn't know what side the door was. Well, I was told they were kind of on the long side. The long side, because it faced the back the other way, is by our water butt, if we saw that in the clips. So you have to like inch in, but you know, it's not Pinterest, it's real life, and I'm okay with that. Could have turned it around, but that meant that the shed opening would be inside the chicken run, and that might not always be something that's practical in my opinion. I do want to keep them apart, so it is where it is for now. Who knows what happens in the future. It's a free shed, it's sort of falling apart, it's rotten in places, but we were given it, which I'm really grateful for. Then over time, hopefully we'll see how long things take. We can start replacing bits of it, and we might even end up, you know, moving with Doris. For now, it's completely fine. It's more than we could ask for, and I personally feel really blessed. Another thing is, it's going to take so much soil to fill all the beds, but the most immediate one, of course, is for our beans. So we are going to be filling the biggest one, which is where the beans are going to go, kind of closes here, but the beans don't take up the whole like 10 foot or whatever that bed is. So I am going to figure out sort of the spacing of the plants, where they're going to go, how many we have, and I think I'm going to fill the beds as I need to fill them because I don't have the funds to fill them all in one go. So we're going to have to get some more topsoil to mix in because literally when we went to Wilco's, I got like one bag that I stuck under the buggy because, of course, like I always say, I don't drive. So I stuck this like 20-litre bag or whatever under the buggy. That bed will take like a ton of soil. So every little helps, right? This is how I plan, right, guys? See this? When I was trying to figure out how much wood to order, I'm like, how many meters, how we can make it, how many balls we'd possibly need. And I base the spacing on like the width of the hardware mesh. Use a roll to like screen off each section and like order the wood according to that. But now we don't have the mesh. And they can vary between like 60 and 90 centimeters. I think I ordered in 90 centimeter width. But if there's only the 60, that might be more of a problem. So again, gotta check it all out now. So just let me go ahead and see if it's in stock somewhere else. So now I'm thinking this is supposed to be a way to open up for the chickens to come out. I want to do a full enclosure, but you got to be conscious about the back side. There's no entrance or exit, like that's fine. However, here's one that could be sealed off because it's still got this door that could be open into like the rest of the run. This one could be open into the rest of the run. It's probably safer if this is all actually facing into the run and maybe pushed up that way facing this way. Now I'm thinking you got to be able to access the nesting boxes. I mean, you could stand here, it could open it from here. I'm just thinking with how flush it would be against this. So I'm going to try and move it over, and I could push this up against the fence, if that makes sense. There's a hole there. If they are on top of flags like these that are quite deep anyway, instead of a predator apron, then we might be all right. Because even here, the flags come all the way around. And if for some reason a predator could dig, this would be the way, which isn't enough space for a lot of them. Well, at least this one's a priority to seal up, but that's what I'm thinking. So my idea now is to, of course, push this flush against the shed. So I'm gonna try just pushing it flush against there. Otherwise, lengthwise, it would have to come the other way. 240, which is this last flag. So it would sit on this base, maybe 230. So you're going to take the width of the boards into account. You could come to the end of this flag, and I think that's further out than most people would have liked with the rest of the room. That's just what I could do. But you can see underneath there's like a slight gap. There will be a slight gap underneath here because of how it's sitting on the flags that are obviously uneven. So that's going to appear in places. I'm exhausted and we're out of screws. We haven't got very far. We're changing the layout of the chicken run to a really simple one, or as simple as we can make it, as we're winging kind of the measurements. We're not winging them, but we are winging them. Like, I'm just seeing the sizes as we go along. Basically, we made the footprint for the chicken run with 2x4s, and I made sure the coop could fit inside it, and we changed the direction of the coop in the garden as well for this reason. I did want to do a slope roof to have like a runoff for water, but for now actually everything's costing a lot of money, like hundreds and hundreds of pounds, and even the roof and flashings etc would be another 150 minimum. For now, instead of doing a slope roof etc, we're just going to do hardware mesh across the roof. And I thought that with the design in time, if we wanted to, it would be easier to put just a board at the top to give that like a higher height and then make it sloped to the back. It's a better option. I'm only saying this because they still have a roof in the coop. For example, if you wanted some shielding in the coop, you could put a sloped roof on some of it. Like you could get one sheet of corrugated roofing. You don't have to do the full of it in one go if it's already covered with mesh. Like that's my thinking right now. I hope that makes sense. But we're kind of going to do this today because we're supposed to pick the chickens up in the next like 16 hours or so. So we'll see. And we haven't even stapled in the things for the beans, so little by little, little by little. Do you guys like to tell the video what you're doing?
I don't even know what we're doing.
Where are we going?
To get chicken. Oh yeah, we're getting chicken.
Hunter, what are we doing? Where are we going?
Yeah, we're going to get chickens. Yeah, good girl. We're getting chickens. Yeah. Oh, quack, quack, quack. Yeah, what does the chicken say? Quack, quack, quack. Quack. Stop pecking me. Quack, quack, quack. Wow.
What do you think? Are you being careful? Are we going to go have a look? Hello, chickens. After we've built the footprint, which is the bottom, we've just attached this one, which is again all 4x2s so far. Like the middle one is level, however that one's not entirely, but our floor isn't level. But so far, if it comes together, it comes together. And right now Danny has gone with Hunter to get some more screws yet again. I don't think we'll be able to finish this because, of course, the raised beds are not even treated. That need doing before we get the weed mat in and staple everything down. And the little girls are sitting here really nicely. They did do poop. I don't know if that's like this much due to stress or whatever, but that was only in the car journey back. It wasn't too bad, and there's been none since we got back, and they seem to be pretty settled and pretty calm. What we're doing now before we continue building, because it's not making a lot of noise and they've kind of been here and got used to it now, I'm going to try and dig most of these rocks out. There's a weed mat underneath. Pull that out so then they can have dirt on most of it, and some of it will be on the flags like around this enclosure. Nothing can kind of dig under it, hopefully. A very small area to actually dig in, if that makes sense, because then there's more concrete and flags all the way around. I'm going to try and dig it out now, and then hopefully we can get the girls in and settled. What do you think, ladies? So we got one black rock and 2 warrens in the end. A couple of different breeds in it in the next couple of weeks, so we might pick up 2 more for this size coop, but we'll see. It's a mess everywhere is a mess, but that's okay. It's 4 p.m. put Hunter down, kind of had so much to do. I just run to Wilco with the buggy like a trolley. Sorry, I'm just looking at my milk kefir, see how it's getting on. They've gone, everybody's kind of winding down. I'm gonna have I'll have food later. I'm gonna have a cup of tea, and I'm probably gonna start cleaning off some of the mud of the beds with just a sponge and some white spirit that is picked up at Wilco's, and then I'm hoping to just start staining them. And we're only going to stain the bed where the beans need to go because that's priority. We'll see how it goes, but I'm hoping I can get that done today. I don't need to staple all the weed mats down. At least I can do that bit in the morning and then just dump some soil in. I've just got 2 more bags of topsoil. Obviously it's not enough. They're only they're tiny compared to what we need. We're going to have to order some as well. Wow, it's getting expensive now, but don't do it all in one go. The whole plan was to do it over months, and then that didn't happen. The months, beginning of the year, kind of just flew by anyway. But here we are, we're gonna get it done. The girls have settled in nicely. They say to keep them in the coop. I did open the coop to the run because of how small it is. It was open for like an hour and they didn't really want to make their way out. So I've closed it now again for a bit, just to see how they do. We've tried to like pet them gently twice. We're losing daylight, sort the beds out, and it's a beautiful day, so let's do it. The sponge is like getting stuck. Sanding sandpaper. I was gonna pick it up, but I didn't. I forgot. It's all like the green fluff. I'm just gonna spray it down with just the normal water and vinegar solution to get most of the boot and mud off. And then just paint it. It's specifically like the main reason for cleaning is for areas like this. You know, because it was like proper wet everywhere yesterday. We'll put them down. Let's see, all of this, all the mud tracks. My kids are going to be climbing all over them, aren't they? Like, realistically. One final shots of the beds. On new surfaces with up to 10% water, okay, which would be 75 ml, which is virtually nothing. Let's not stain the grass. I feel like every drop counts. I weren't necessarily going to do all of them, but what am I going to do in between? For 4 hours, I might as well do the rest. Not that I have 4 hours, Hunter will wake up in like an hour. Pour it in the bowl, we're gonna use it. You ready? I know, I'm gonna film myself pouring it and I like messed it up and I've poured it over myself. Oh, I did have a towel. Oh, sorry, man. Are you okay? This is not going well. I'm definitely not like nothing I do or have is ever going to be like, you know, a Pinterest picture anyway. I should have probably just got clear We'll see how this dries. I always thought I'd have like the natural wood one. I was swayed by the antique pine name. Okay friends, I have just finished watering my little seedlings everywhere. I even remember the ones in the conservatory that I keep forgetting. However, it all seems to be doing okay. I'm just very tired. It's just gonna 8 o'clock. Kids are going to bed. I'm going to sign off this vlog here. I know it was kind of like a little bit all over the place. We've been so busy, as you probably can tell, moving forward slowly, one foot in front of the other. What I've been thinking lately is a lot about homesteading and living in an urban environment, trying to make these things self-sufficiency, a part of our lifestyle in general, taking things a little bit slower, enjoying the little things and appreciating everything that we're actually able to do once we think about it, put some thought behind it, do a little bit of planning and make it happen. It's not hard, but it can be difficult to find the time. But again, it's all about priorities. I do feel that in times like these, we really have to shift our priorities and make things a priority that we do want to be achieving. And that's really all I'm trying to do. Hunter had his checkup a couple of weeks ago at nursery. I was kind of like chatting to the nursery teacher, and even she were going like, you know, all I want to do is kind of like be a prairie wife. And sometimes it really kind of gave me some motivation that even in this small town, people do think like that. Sometimes no matter where we are, no matter where we live, we just have to create a little bit of prairie on purpose. So that's what we're doing. Hope you enjoyed the journey. I hope you subscribe, chat to me in the comments. Any words of encouragement, wisdom, just a little bit of a friendly hello would make my day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.